good-natured back and forth between the players while we wait to get this one underway. The Lakers continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. This is 2K Sports bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan calling the action with my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And guys, checking out Joakim Noah here. What do we expect from him?
Well, the big thing with Noah, Kevin, is that he's a hustle player. He gets on the glass. He's a tremendous offensive rebounder, and his long arms allow him to block shots defensively, get out and cover pick and roll with those quick feet. So this is a player who does a lot of things well.
And that dedication also manifests itself on the court, Steve. I mean, Joe has said himself, hey, I don't have the most talent. So he's really embraced, I'm going to work harder mentality. You know, offensively last season, guys, the Lakers just never seemed to be able to get out of their own way. I mean, they had the worst turnover ratio in the league, and they really struggled to take care of the ball. And even when they got up a shot, a lot of them were questionable shots. They shot the third most threes in the league, but were in the bottom half of the league in percentage.
Now here's Dang. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Dang's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Bulls. Now Kobe. Kaman sets a screen for Kobe. Kaman kicks to Nash. That drops. And going back to the Lakers' offensive troubles last season, the worst free throw percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
And obviously that's attributed directly to Dwight Howard, because the Lakers also led the league in free throw attempts. So Howard was getting hacked. He really couldn't get it going. He made about half his free throws for the season, and that just really carried over into the team's performance.
Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose kicks it to Noah. Back to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Kaman. Nash with it. Noah picks him up. Nash drives in. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Bryant against Butler. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Last year, Kobe Bryant became the youngest player ever to get to 30,000 points in an NBA career. What an accomplishment. It just goes to show what a special talent he has been ever since he arrived in this league.
First one falls for him. And Steve, you talk about Kobe with 30,000 points. He's one of 5 players, certainly in NBA history, to score that many in a career. And Clark, when you think about Kobe in the landscape of the NBA and all the great players they've had, truly amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And part of me wants to think that if he really wanted the all-time scoring crown, he might be able to get there. But for him, as he said, it's all about rings and playing at the highest level. He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Boozer a screen on Kobe. Heinrich with it, picked up by Bryant. Bryant against Heinrich. 6 to shoot. Rose dishes to Heinrich. And the Bulls get it back on the wing. Dang. Heinrich outside. Feeds it to Boozer. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Boozer's got his first points in this one. Chicago on defense. Now let's find out what head coach Mike D'Antoni had to say to our Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, he talked about how tough a matchup the Bulls are for any team because of their defense. He said Coach Thibodeau really knows how to prevent an offense from doing what they want. The Bulls are experts in taking away options. If we're going to win, we'll have to find a lot of different ways to get points. Indeed they will, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Here is Heinrich. Chris Kaman making his last shot. Heinrich passes to Dan. A jump hook. Rebound the Lakers. Young outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That is his first foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Hinrich against Kobe. Boozer kicks to Rose. Double team on Rose. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Clock at 4. Here's Dang. Chris Kaman with the rebound.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Young's shot is off.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Hinrich with it. Picked up by Kobe. Hinrich against Kobe. Hinrich dishes to Dang. Right side Dang. They get it again. Gasol with the steal. Nash outside. Kicks it to Kaman. Good, and the assist goes to Nash.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Boozer. Outside Dang. Looking to end the drought, and that one's good.
Yeah, off to a rough start. Just doesn't seem to have the rhythm with his shot.
Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Gasol. Good.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Bulls trail by 4.
Tell you what, it's hard to argue with the record for Coach Tom Thibodeau of the Bulls, but the rumor mill has that the front office hasn't been happy with how hard he's ridden his top players. Luol Deng missed time last season with the hamstring injury. Joakim Noah came down with plantar fasciitis. Hey, those things happen, and I'm not quite sure you can put that at the feet of Tom Thibodeau.
And going back to Tom Thibodeau and that minutes load on his stars, it seems it's getting harder for players to weather big minutes, Steve, these days.
I think it's going to be really interesting going forward to see this Bulls team this year and beyond. Will that wear them down? Their guys play too many minutes. They've had a lot of injuries. I think it's time to scale back a little bit on the minutes played.
And he makes the first.
You know, last year, guys, I think it was in mid-February, Rose said that he wouldn't mind taking the whole year off. Usually you never hear stuff like that come out of a star's mouth, but his reasoning sounded sound. You have to listen to your body and take it from there. And everybody's a little different in how they respond, not only to an injury, but how they get ready to return and come back to the court.
Both free throws good from Rose. Well, you go back to Rose and his recovery from that tough ACL tear. There was a fair amount of pressure on him to return in the playoffs, especially with other Bulls players themselves, Steve, battling through injury.
In fact, I was vocal about it, Kevin. I said that I thought he should come back, that he owed it to his teammates. But you know, in the end, he had to feel right. He had to feel confident. And if that was not the case, then he made the right decision in holding off to play this year.
Here's Noah after Jordan Hill's bucket. Good. Noah's got his first basket.
I like the way they got the ball inside there.
Nash, the pass to Gasol. Nash kicks to Bryant. Pass to Gasol. Turnaround Jay, and he gets the bucket.
They've taken so many shots down there, and they're knocking him down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today, pound that thing inside.
Now here's Rose. Right side Rose. He feeds it to Noah. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Noah's got his second basket.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
You know, guys, when Noah came out of Florida, most people viewed him as just an energy guy or a role player, but I tell you what, I always saw him as a highly skilled player. He could pass it, he could put it on the floor, was smart defensively. He's shown that he can anchor a defense, and he contributes double-doubles on a nightly basis.
The Lakers in the lead. Hill sets the screen for Kobe. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Boozer. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Young with the steal. Gibson against Nash. In low to Hill. Out to Nash. Passes it to Gasol. No good. Nice D from Dang. You know, for Noah Clark, as you were talking about, not just an energy guy, but Steve, he's a good ball handler. And he's a really good passer, for one thing. You know, atop the circle, he's got a great view of the floor, and he really can find the guy.
Yeah, well, it's so important these days to be able to make plays off of screen and rolls for a big guy to be able to catch at the foul line off that drop pass and then either score or find another shooter on the perimeter. Noah as good as anybody at that.
Here's Nash following the score by Derrick Rose. And blocked. To find Heinrich, who's got it now. And it's sent back by Bryant. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Noah. And that's now 6 points for Derrick Rose. Kobe against Heinrich. The drive by Bryant. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off it when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And the consistency of his jump shot is another thing we should say about him. I mean, it doesn't matter how many defenders are flying at him. His stroke is never changing.
Here's Gibson following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Clock at 4. Here's Dang. And that's collected by Hill.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
It's Nash with the drive, and Gasol gets it to go.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Gibson down low, defended by Gasol, and that one's good.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Lakers leading by 3. Timeout called the Lakers.
Boy, I tell you, the Bulls showed how resilient they could be without Derrick Rose last season. They played competitive basketball, but up against the Western Conference, they just didn't quite have the same punch. Got beat up pretty good out west.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Johnson comes in for Nick Young, and Steve Blake is subbed in for Kobe. Farmar dishes to Hill. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 8 points for Pau Gasol. And back to the Bulls against the West. Not sure what exactly their shortcomings were, but in the end, Steve, they were only able to win 11 games out of the 30 they played out of conference.
You know, the Bulls were a team that could win games on grit and toughness, but the West was a lot more talented last year than the East. And so some nights Chicago just kind of ran into reality, and they didn't have enough talent to deal with some of those Western teams.
Now, here is Hill. Gasol, no good.
Tough D on the inside.
Put up a roadblock, a construction barrel right there. That's what he brings defensively.
Butler passes to Gibson. Butler attacking. The dish now to Rose. Dang kicks to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. A look from Rose. And it's good off the back rim and in. Rose has got 8 points.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Johnson outside. Dishes it to Gasol. Johnson outside. And he gets the bucket.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Rose. That is good. 10 points for him.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts. And the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Gasol is screen on Rose. Here's Farmar. Can't get it to go. Now Chicago takes it the other way. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game. Butler kicks to Dang. Back to Butler. Rose dishes to Gibson and taken away by Johnson. Here's Farmar, defended by Gibson. Dang against Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Blake passes to Johnson. No good with the triple.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
Now here's Butler, looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Rose. Butler kicks to Rose. Shoots it. Rebound Hill. Hill's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Here's Farmar, right wing. Gasol dishes to Johnson. Here's Farmar, who's covered by Rose, and he gets it to go. Farmar's got his first basket.
Tell you what, it's a huge plus to have him making shots like that.
And here's Rose. 10 points for him. And Hill with the block. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lanes.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflections that may lead to steals.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Lakers right now, we've got Johnson. Farmar is out there with Steve Blake. Then there's Chris Kaman. And it's Hill in at the 4-man position. And good on the basket. Booking.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
Here's Blake, guarded by Heinrich. Blake passes to Hill. Shoots inside, and he gets it to go. And the Lakers lead by 7.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
And he gets the bucket. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Blake off the pick from Hill. And there's the feed to Johnson. Another miss by Johnson.
Boozer had his name floated around at the trade deadline last season, guys. There were a number of teams that were very interested in having his physicality and scoring ability down low.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, last season it seemed there was a little back and forth between head coach Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls front office regarding the big minutes he gave his starters. Thibodeau said, quote, "It's never the right amount of minutes. That's the only thing I know. If a guy's not playing big minutes, it's not enough minutes. And if a guy's playing big minutes, it's too many minutes. So you play to win. That's the whole thing. And when you're a young team, guys can handle minutes." But guys, both Deng and Noah missed significant time. Noah only playing 66 games in the regular season. Deng out through the last 7 games of the playoffs. You wonder if maybe they have a point.
They've worked to round out the roster, guys. That should help those minutes stay down. And the first one at the line is good. And you wonder why Boozer's name would be floated in trade rumors. I mean, one of the top rebounding power forwards in the game can score inside and outside.
Well, I think, Kevin, teams are becoming more and more cap conscious with the new collective bargaining agreement. And Boozer is a very highly paid player. So even though he's productive, I think some people are going to look at that contract and maybe shy away from him.
So he gets them both.
Well, the Bulls battled in last year's postseason. Got a Game 7 win in Brooklyn to sneak out of round 1 in what was one of the more interesting series of the first round, but then fell to the Heat in round 2.
Now here's Boozer. Fade away, and that one's good. Boozer's got 4 points in the quarter. Bryant against Butler. Bryant drives in. He kicks it to Hill. From 15 feet away, that's good on the jump shot. Bryant's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Lakers. And for the Bulls, no Rose the whole time, and they had questions constantly being asked if he would return, but the team came together, Steve, and showed the Bulls aren't just a one-man show.
You know, they missed him, though, Kevin, I mean, desperately. I thought they performed admirably, but they really needed him against.
Hammer time! Hammer time! Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Heinrich against Nash. Here's Butler. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Butler's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
That one goes. Count it. And that's 13 points for Kobe Bryant.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Heinrich kicks to Butler. And the pass to Boozer. Butler sets a screen for Boozer. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Outside, Kobe. Outside, Kobe. Again, the Lakers.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Heinrich dishes to Noah. Out to the right wing. Here's Boozer. Another one falls for Chicago.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Los Angeles leading by 6. That's good from Kaman on the assist from Kobe. And that's now 6 points for Chris Kaman. Bulls have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Heinrich passes to Boozer. Takes the 13-footer. The Lakers with the rebound. Hill's got his 5th rebound in this one. Lakers have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. Nash with it. Butler covering. It's Nash with the drive. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Laker lead.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Man, it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Lakers ended up 17-13 against Eastern Conference teams last year, but that wasn't really a dominating effort. Certainly not what you would expect from a playoff team.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Saul comes in for Hill. Young is subbed in for Wesley Johnson. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni had to say to his team. He outlined a new set of priorities for them, the main one being to attack the basket at every opportunity. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. It's stolen by Dunleavy. Here's Heinrich. The rebound by Young. Lakers leading by 8. Well, and to make the playoffs in the West, you do need to have a record similar to that of the Lakers against the East. You know, Steve, no team that made the postseason in the West had a record below 500. So the Lakers took care of what they needed to.
Well, you know what's odd, Kevin, is that in the shortened season before, when the Lakers were the cream of the Pacific Division and everything was going well, they only went 500 against the East. So, you know, if they want to bounce back this season, they'll need to not give away games and make sure they keep their out-of-conference record better than 500.
On the wing, Bryant. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls it from the elbow. Misses off the right iron.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Heinrich with it. Guarded now by Nash. Here's Boozer. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got 3 assists in the game. Lakers leading by 6. Nash kicks to Kaman. Feeds it to Bryant. The jump hook. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Noah's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Butler attacking. Noah dishes to Heinrich. Back to Noah. And that one is hammered home. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Kobe kicks to Young. He dishes it to Gasol. Back to Young. Young left side. Inside to Gasol. From about 16. And he hits the jump shot. Gasol's got 10 points.
He is just so good from that range, guys.
You know, never mind with the height advantage he had there.
That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Butler.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
And the Lakers call time here.
Well, let's start with the positives in the Lakers postseason. They did make it. That's all that can be said. Is their dramatic passing of Utah and the Rockets down the stretch to take the 7th seed was really the lone highlight of what would be a quick exit from the playoffs for them.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Dang comes in for Dunleavy. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Kirk Heinrich. And Bryant kicks to Young. And it's Dang with the rebound. Dang's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Going back to the Lakers, swept in 4 straight by the Spurs, and none of the games really that close. Spurs, Steve, just dominated them, and every sense of the word, injuries didn't help either.
No, they didn't help, but, you know, the Spurs just outplayed whoever was on the floor for L.A. And I think a lot of people thought that the Spurs would be a good first-round matchup for the Lakers, but that notion was quickly squashed. San Antonio just totally dominant.
The Lakers in the lead. Inside to Gasol. Some solid D from Gibson.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Boozer passes to Deng. That misses. That would have put him up.
He still couldn't finish, even though it looked like he had a lane to the rim. But too often, that's the story for him.
Butler with the steal. all by himself for the finish.
Watch out.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Rose against Nash. Back to Kaman. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Kaman gave up his old caveman look, guys, but he's still an intimidating presence in the post. Good size and strength and doesn't really get pushed around. Also excellent timing when it comes to shot blocking.
And the first one at the line is good. And Chris Kaman skilled offensively. Ambidextrous, finishing inside, and a good mid-range shooter.
Yeah, I think he's really good offensively. He's got a lot of skill. He's tough to handle. I mean, the question mark with him is defensively. You know, his weak side rotations can be late. He's never really been, you know, a center that you kind of solidify your defense around.
And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 15-6 run. Rose up on top, headed by Farmo. Right through the D for the layup. And that's 12 points for Derrick Rose.
Well, he's very strong inside, particularly as a finisher. So even if you give him a hard foul, hard contact, nothing seems to bother him. And this guy, as a result, is a good scorer.
Exactly. That's about the only way to stop him once he's making a run at the hoop.
Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
The Lakers trail. 1:36 left to play here in the second quarter. Blake dishes to Young. Came in a screen on deck. 6 to shoot. There's Chris Kaman on the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
Kicks it to Gibson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Blake off the pick from Gasol. Blake passes to Gasol. Stolen by Boozer. Here's Butler. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
The kick out to Young. And he gets the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 1. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
Steve, so close.
Well, such a seesaw affair back and forth. I mean, this has been an unbelievable game to watch.
Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Blake. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Wesley Johnson.
"16 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Farmar. And that one's good.
You know, Kevin, he's not always looking to put up big numbers, but he's doing a nice job here.
Now here's Rose. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Rose has got 14 points for the game. Here's Farmar. No good. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Lakers lead by 1. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And folks, stay right where you are for the halftime show. Then we'll be back for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's Hump Day, and this is 2K Sports at the half. Glad you're along for the ride. A tightly contested game for Los Angeles up against the Chicago Bulls. They've been relentless attacking the rim, dominating in points in the paint, and the bodies down low have been banging away. Kobe's tearing it up against Chicago. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. Good overall also, though, for the Bulls. Wiping the glass defensively. Look, no streaks. They're preventing any second-chance opportunities. Carlos Boozer has been outstanding. He's up to 14 points and has been looking really good in terms of shot selection, shooting it well from the field. Thanks so much for stopping on by. Third quarter just around the corner, so let's get on back out to Kevin and the crew.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return, a lovely view of the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
So it's the Lakers now. They lead by 1. Dang and Boozer, they make up the forwards. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Outside Butler. Pass to Dang. Back to Butler. Outside Rose. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. And not even three-quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put out.
Looking over there at Steve. He's enjoying every second of it,
Yes,
Clark.
yeah, me too.
Man, this has been great, guys. The fans getting their money's worth here. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Guys, the Los Angeles Lakers, a team that's used to attracting marquee free agents from other teams, not losing their own in free agency. But this offseason, Dwight Howard decided to move on, turning down a larger guaranteed contract with the LA Lakers. A tough blow for the league's banner franchise, who've taken out a number of huge billboards around town asking Dwight to stay. Sources said he wasn't overjoyed with the system the Lakers employed under head coach Mike D'Antoni, and also perhaps didn't enjoy playing alongside the always hyper-intense Kobe Bryant. Guys, we'll just have to see how big of a setback that becomes for this team's championship aspirations.
Well, we'll see if the Lakers can find a way. Thank you, Doris.
You know, with all of the improvements in medicine and also the advances in rehabilitation after torn ACL surgeries, we've seen a number of players come back to be as good as they were before the injury. Derrick Rose's fans had to be feeling good about what level he would return at when he came back.
The free throw drops for Rose. Well, back to the ACL repair for Rose. Clark, great to see modern medicine extend players' careers and help them return from those tough injuries. Steve, it's been terrific watching these players come back. We really didn't see Rose last year, certainly. I expect this year he'll be terrific.
Well, it's so great to see Derrick Rose back on the court after missing last season. One of the most explosive, entertaining players in the NBA. A great guy, terrific team leader. The NBA needs Derrick Rose, so fun to have him back.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He's got 19 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And that may not be the first thing people notice about his performance, but those are important points nonetheless.
6 on the shot clock. Nash drives in. Young from outside. Can't hit. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. On the wing, Dang. Guarded by Kobe. Dang kicks it to Noah. And stolen by Kamen. It's tipped. Stolen by Rose. Dang dishes to Rose. Here's Boozer in the posts. Kamen's there. Tipped away. And stolen by Kamen. Here's Young. And he gets it to go.
Boy, how's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, he didn't waste any time getting down the court, did he?
Outside Rose. Left side Rose. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rose. And both free throws good for Rose.
Hey, people had no idea, guys, how the Bulls were going to do last season dealing with the Rose injury, but they showed very quickly that they're going to be a team in the hunt, and they were still going to be hard to beat at home.
Nash the pass to Bryant. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team.
Nash against Rose. Stolen by Boozer.
And that passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat to get that steal.
Boozer with the screen for Rose. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And back to the Bulls at the United Center that Clark was just mentioning. 24-17 here in this building a year ago. And even though, Steve, they didn't have a lot of high-flying highlights here, they knew how to close out games.
Well, they defend, and that's the main thing. If you want to finish and close out games, you have to be able to defend and rebound. And that's what Tom Thibodeau's teams are always all about, and this year is no exception.
He feeds it to Dunley. Rose kicks to Dang. Back to Rose. Shot clock at 6. Here's Noah. Kamen with the defensive effort. Lakers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Nash dishes to Kamen. Noah with the block. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. The Bulls making a switch here. Heinrichs checked in.
Substitution for the Bulls. Kurt Heinrich.
Kamen passes to Kobe. Off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Kamen with the ball. 10 points for him. And Young kicks to Gasol.
You know, for Pau Gasol, calling last year a rough year might be an understatement. He fought off an injury and tried to find a role on a team that was in transition. A year like that can really take a lot out of a guy.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
And their mid-range shooting continues to be accurate.
You know, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
No good on the free throw.
Looking at the game for Gasol, 12 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Now, that's obviously not a big number, but you know, he's been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
one is no good. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Heinrich dishes to Dang. Bryant against Heinrich. And stolen by Kamen. And Young, here we go. Passes it to Gasol. Just 5 to shoot. To tie, Bryant. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Chicago leading. Heinrich passes to Rose. Left side Rose. Three-pointer, Heinrich. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Heinrich's got his first 3 points of the game. Timeout called the Lakers. Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni had to say to his team. He was intent on running the offense through Kobe. Their offense will be more effective, Coach said, if they get him more involved. And knowing what he brings to the table, that usually holds true. He also brought up the issue of perimeter defense and reminded his players to play very tightly on their outside shooters. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively. What they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Well, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
Nash kicks to Young. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Mike Dunleavy is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Hill, a screen on Deng. Kobe goes in, 6 to shoot. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
6 seconds on shot clock. 6.
Clock at 6. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Young's got 6 points.
Boy, you can't run an inbounds play any better than that right there.
Rose against Nash. Now here's Noah. He's guarded closely, and that one's good. Rose has got the lead up to 5 now for the Bulls.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Nash gets a screen from Gasol. The dish to Bryant. It's hauled in by Noah. Noah's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Dunleavy. Tries again. And the shot is good. He has 6.
Another rebound gobbled up. They are pounding the boards.
And a big part of the lead, guys, is because of the work they've done on the glass. I mean, they have the lead because they've rebounded well.
Hill sets the screen for Young. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Noah with a screen for Rose. Right side Rose. Steve Nash with the rebound.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Gasol, a screen on Rose. And Nash, here we go. Stolen by Rose. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Dishes to Heinrich. Heinrich, right side. The feed to Noah. That's good. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Hill dishes to Young. No good from outside.
Everybody regards Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau as a defensive mastermind, and the numbers back it up again. The Bulls were near the top in every major defensive category, protected the paint, limited fast breaks, and made sure to challenge any shot that went up.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. That's his first foul.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
The Lakers making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Lakers on D. 9-point game. Rose passes to Gibson. Heinrich inside the three-point line. And Gibson kicks to Dang. Outside Rose. The pass to Heinrich. Here's Dunleavy. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Dunleavy's got 8 points. And the Bulls, Steve, 5th in defensive efficiency last season.
And Thibodeau, knowing him, he's probably unhappy with that ranking. This team is so disciplined and hardworking. They always have a chance to be the best defense in the league.
The Bulls leading by 9. Rose dishes to Heinrich. Back to Rose. And stolen by Farmar. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Johnson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. 8 points for him.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Dunleavy kicks to Heinrich. Heinrich off a pick from Dunleavy. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And folks, what an outstanding array of talent we've got here. Just look at the list for all-time career scoring average. Jordan and Chamberlain and LeBron.
And of course, those guys were much more than just scorers, Kevin. They were winners, champions. But, you know, as you work your way up that list, no question, that is elite company.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Carlos Boozer's checked in for Dang. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Dunleavy. Shot clock at 6. Leaps for it. Hill passes to Farmar. Off the left rim and out.
Just an enormous advantage for them on the boards.
Guys, the key to the lead, to me, has been they've dominated the glass. It's that simple.
Boozer a screen on Gasol. And it's Rose penetrating. And Gasol sends it back. Heinrich kicks to Rose. Fires for 3. And a great assist by Heinrich as that one goes in. Heinrich's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. 59 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Farmar. He's covered by Rose. Farmar dishes to Johnson. He kicks to Farmar. From downtown. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Outside Rose. Outside Butler. Back to Rose. Baseline jumper. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Blake. He's covered by Rose. Good. And that's now 10 points for Johnson.
Textbook right there. Nice pass, great catch, beautiful finish.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Bulls up 8 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And we've reached the end of the third. In a moment now to check out our State Farm assist of the game, and what a pass it was by a talented point guard.
Well, this is what he does. This is the kind of plays he's known for, Kevin.
Chicago leading by 8, and on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Hill is out there with Johnson, and it's Steve Blake. Then there's Farmer, and it's Kaman in at the 5. Home in the paint. Here's Rose, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, the team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group and really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
Take 2 and Rose.
The free throw drops for Rose. Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
Yeah, the expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and of course Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry. Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
Kobe with the bucket.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Outside Rose. Feeds to Gibson. Heinrich from outside. A rebound by the Lakers.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
You know, the hope was that a change of scenery and a chance to run up and down the wings would be just what was needed to get Wesley Johnson going in the NBA, but that just didn't happen for him last season.
The first one falls. And for Wes Johnson, the 4th overall pick back in 2010 out of Syracuse, he just hasn't been able, Steve, to break through.
Yeah, you wonder why, because he's got great size and athleticism, beautiful shooting stroke, and yet the shooting numbers just aren't there. So I thought he would be better coming into this league, but we'll see if he's able to develop and find a niche somewhere.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Bulls leading by 6. Rose passes to Butler. Outside Dang. The kick outside to Butler. He dishes it to Dang. Just 5 on the clock. It's to Boozer. And it's blocked by Kaman. And he recovers it. And he gets it back. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Nick Young's checked in for Wesley Johnson.
Lakers substitution. Nick Young.
Here's Nash. Kicks to Bryant and stolen by Butler. Rose against Kobe. Rose dishes to Butler. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Pass to Dang. Shot clock at 6. Outside Rose. And it's blocked by Kobe, but they'll get another chance. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Lakers trail by 6. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Here's Kaman. Great defense that time from Noah. Chicago's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Kobe. And it's Butler missing. And for the Lakers, they're shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. Here's Nash. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Rose kicks to Boozer. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist from Carlos Boozer. And that's now 35 points for Rose. Lakers trail by 7. Here's Kobe. He feeds it to Young. Pass to Nash. Just 5 on the clock. And Boozer with the block. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Pau Gasol has checked in for the Lakers. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. The Bulls leading by 7. Outside Rose. Now the dish to Butler. The feed to Boozer. And that one's good.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
This all setting the pick for Bryant. This is to Nash. The pass to Gasol. Back to Nash. Stolen by Rose. And oh, here we go. Rose, nobody back. Rips down the breakaway slam. Nice option, determination that time. Clark to get to the rim.
We know he can bounce, and right there an example of how dangerous he is when he's got a path to the hoop.
And you love the versatility, guys. Being a point guard, and in this situation, they tack on 2 more points, expanding the lead in a pretty deflating way for the defense.
Nash, the pass to Young. Ball's knocked loose. 6 to shoot. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
6 seconds.
5 to shoot. Good. 21 points for Kobe Bryant.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Chicago calls timeout.
You know, one of the things with Kobe is that he's gotten a lot more blunt and honest with his remarks. You see it on Twitter, you see it in his post-game interviews, and he is not shy when it comes to really critiquing other teams and players in this league.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you've put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Butler, and it's sent back by Bryant. Boozer, a strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Boozer's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bulls. Rose against Nash. He kicks to Bryant. Tries from the block. That misses off the backboard. As I said with Kobe, he seems more comfortable saying what's ever on his mind now, and that's gotten him in some questionable situations, Clark, with his teammates.
Well, it is a gray area when you talk about, actually, there's a pretty strict policy on tweeting or engaging in social media during games. But you do like the fact that Kobe is stretching out a little bit in that regard. You don't always agree with what he says, but I think he backs up a lot of his opinions.
He knows the game.
Yes, he does.
The guy is as smart as they come on the floor.
No question.
Outside Butler. Back to Rose. It's Chicago with another bucket.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Kobe attacking. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler.
That foul gives him 4, so he's just 2 away from being Dairy Queen.
Kobe against Butler. Clock at 6. The drive by Bryant. That's good. Kobe's got 23 points.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
The Bulls leading by 11. Butler dishes to Rose. To the left wing. Knocks it loose. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
8 seconds on the shot clock. 8.
Lakers trail by 11. Now here's Nash. Feeds it to Gasol. It's Nash with the drive. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
One of the duties that Steve Nash has undertaken is signing on to oversee the Canadian national basketball team. Really a logical choice for Canada, given all that Nash has done for the sport in that country.
Free throw, good. Nash. We're going back to Nash, certainly the greatest basketball player ever out of Canada, and we all realize that. But you were telling me a story the other day about how you and he went surfing one time.
Well, yeah, in San Diego, we got out in the water, and the first time he ever got on a surfboard, he got up and rode a wave perfectly. So, I mean, you talk about an incredible athlete. Nash just has it all.
And so Nash nails both of them.
Looking at the game Nash has been having, he's got 10 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
Yeah, it is a nice number. He's taken it upon himself to really find his teammates and to get this offense going.
The kick out to Rose. Gasol against Boozer. And he gets the bucket. Boozer's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Lakers trail by 11. Kobe with a screen on Rose. To the inside. And there's Kobe. That's good on the assist by Nash. And that's now 25 points for Kobe Bryant. For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Rose double teamed. Now Butler. In low to Boozer. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, you know, Carlos Boozer wasn't as efficient last season as we've seen in the past, and I think in large part it was due to the extended absence of Derrick Rose. He was the bailout option for the team on many occasions.
And he makes the first. And Clark, for Boozer, you talked about his offensive efficiency. Strong physical player, but he only averaged about, Steve, I think like 3 free throws a game last season.
Well, he's a fadeaway jump shooter. He's an excellent offensive player, pretty efficient in his scoring. But most of his post-ups end up in fadeaway jump shots, and that's why he doesn't get to the line very often.
Boozer hits them both. Here's Nash. A ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
Key is to avoid mistakes and make each possession count.
Yeah, and I think the tendency can be to really rush or push the game a little bit. I think they need to avoid that.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
And Butler, here we go. Soft touch off the glass.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
Nash kicks to Kaman. He dishes it to Gasol. Off on the layup.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass. And, of course, they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Bryant with it. Boozer picks him up. Young passes to Nash. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Noah's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose dishes to Boozer. Back to Rose. Boozer a screen on Nash. Nash with the block. Lakers trail by 10. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's foul number 2 for him. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. He told his guys that they needed to be much more patient at the offensive end. They're wasting possessions, he said, with bad shot selection. He also went on to talk about protecting the inside. He does not want to see anything easy in the painted area. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Boozer with a screen for Rose. And it's sent back by Kobe. Count that one. Rose has got 41.
He is just eating this team alive with his offense. It's been a matchup nightmare.
And here's Young from the arc. And the rebound goes to Boozer. Boozer's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Boy, they've really won the battle of the boards in this one, Kevin.
Noah kicks to Rose. In low to Boozer. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's now 24 points for Carlos Boozer. Lakers trail by 14. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Gasol kicks to Young. Again, Young missing.
Well, he's just launching from the three-point line right now because I don't like his shot selection at all.
And it's Rose penetrating into Noah. Back to Rose. Rose off the pick from Boozer. Rose kicks to Boozer. 5 to shoot. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Rose. The Lakers with the rebound. Young's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Noah's shot is off. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And clearly no question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Chicago.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, Steve, and in the end, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, Clark, and that's all part of the story.
That's right, Kevin. I mean, this is by no means a runaway that it might appear to have been. I mean, it was a scrappy performance all the way through.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Derrick Rose. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
And you're right, their ability to get the rebound, a big help here.
Always a big help, and because of that effort, they're going to win going away.
Derrick Rose at the line holds 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. so he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, I guess they can get them when they need them. That's a good job of getting to the miss.
You know, Clark, they've been out-rebounded by a big margin here today.
Yeah, but still, it's a close game, Kevin. It all comes down to maybe just a handful of plays here.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Chicago's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. And he gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 15.
Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Steve, I thought those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of positive energy in the building.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Six seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Gibson. The 9-foot shot cannot hit. Hill with some nice D. LA's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. From deep, Johnson. Muhammad pulls it in. Dunleavy the pass to Heinrich. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Derek, tremendous work on the glass tonight. How important is that aspect of the game to this team?
It's huge. That's all Tiff talk about, second rebounding. We crash the boards, our bigs are big at it, and when we pass it back out, we usually got the three-pointer, so it's easy basketball.
Derek, thank you so much. Guys, hard to run if you don't rebound the ball.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Derrick Rose.